me, mayohosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel.
Mayohosko, it's your boy, JP.
Real whole egg. Everybody say real whole egg. Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
There we go. Capture that, Mayo. That's for you. That's for you.
Everyone say real whole egg at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Real whole egg.
Sweet. I'll cap that and then add it to the intro.
That's kind of fucked up, though. It's a little off-centered.
Everyone on the panel say it at the same time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What are we saying again?
Real whole egg.
Whole egg.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Real
Whole egg.
Egg.
Close enough.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, a little bit of no sugar, no filler, a whole lot of real whole egg coming up on these Fridays.
Hello, Miss Zambi here, saying real whole egg. Mayohosko channel. Go check it out.
Real whole egg. There we go. I don't know what else you want. Wait, why am I... Are you talking about like what goes well with mayo? Also, how did you even come up with the name Mayohosko? Like, do you just love mayo? I don't know.
Rolling into the chat, we got to give a shout out. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. Splat out. That's what I'm talking about. Mayohosko. 2 whoop salute, Mayo. Welcome to the jankiness.
For Mayohosko, I give you a real whole egg. Wait, where do all these other eggs come from? What in the name of the Emperor is going on?
Everyone make sure to send in your videos of saying real whole egg and I'll add you to the intro. Thank you. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Real Whole Egg. I've got some dream sets to build today because I cleaned off my table. I got all but 200 pieces sorted and I'll sort those pieces after my stream. But anyway, let's get the music on. And we're just waiting for people to come in. Because I gotta admit, there are a lot of people who, for whatever reason, they don't like me anymore. And I have no idea why this isn't wanting to show up on my camera. I just need to confirm that it is. Yeah, it is. And I need to start a poll anyway. Do you like Lego? Oops, I need to do that in all caps. Come on. Lego dreams. Start the poll. Come on, there we go. So we've got these 2 dream sets that I'll be building. One is the village, and the other is the Mrs. Castillo's turtle van. Damn it! Yeah. So hopefully we'll get some people in here soon. I don't know what's up. For whatever reason, some people have forgotten that I exist, and they just don't bother showing up anymore. I really don't know what's up with that. if someone can explain what I'm doing wrong, please let me know, because I'm noticing this is a reoccurring pattern now. So somebody please tell me what I'm doing wrong. Please tell me if I've pissed anyone off, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of people have just forgotten that I exist, and I really don't understand why. And I've also got this poly bag from Dreams that I want to build as well. It's got that cute, adorable bunny in it. And I need to change some of these things. And I might even build this, depending on time constraints. It's that friend's gift with purchase, no, not gift with purchase, at the poly bag for a VIP. I should really have the starting soon graphic, because I don't know where everyone is. I really don't. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? This is so strange. Anyway, I'm not sure which of these I should build first. I'm thinking the village has more pieces. No, sorry, I'm thinking the van has more pieces, but I think I'll somehow enjoy the village more. I'm not quite sure what. So maybe when we get some viewers coming up in here, I'll have to ask them which of these two they'd prefer me to build first. Yeah, so I am quite exhausted from a lot of sorting this week. I've done so much sorting, and I'll be doing that all spring long for my efforts for spring cleaning, because we're going to be moving house at the end of the year, and I've got a big Lego collection that needs to go into storage. And it's going to take me a while to move all this stuff into storage, which is why I've got to get the ball rolling with what stuff I pack away. And directly after this stream, not only am I going to finish that little bit of sorting that needs to be done, but I've got other stuff in my room that isn't Lego that I'm going to go make 2 piles, what to keep, what to sell, and what to throw away. Because there are some things that I need to sell, and I'm thinking I might want to do that on Facebook Marketplace. I was driving around in my parents' car and I saw someone on the street is trying to throw away a grass mat. And I thought to myself, that grass mat looks like something I could use for photography. So I might have to walk to that house. I can't remember which house it was. Might have to walk to that house and see how big the grass mat is and see if I can carry it home with me, because that might be good for some photography of some stuff that I'm trying to sell. And I might do that in the afternoon. I might walk to somewhere, because I'm gonna go catch a bus to go somewhere after the stream today. I might consider walking past that house on the way home to get that house. Anyway, yeah. So hello Mr. Blue and hello Dave _76. Yeah, I don't know where everyone else is. This is really strange. A bunch of people have just forgotten that I exist. It's really quite confusing. So I don't know which of these sets I should build first. They're dreams. Should I build the village or should I build the turtle van? I'm not sure which I should build first. And I'm going to save this polybag of dreams for last. And if I get time, I'll also build this. It's the Friends VIP polybag. And if anyone out there wants to join the panel, since I trust my subscribers not to be a douche, there's the invitation link in the pinned comment. And I need some water. Yeah, so I don't know where everyone is. This is, wow, really quite strange. And I've had almost no time to watch LEGO videos lately. I've been listening to old podcasts. And soon I'm going to get around to binge listening to the LEGO podcasts that I've had on the back burner. I've got to listen to the second half of one. And then I've got to watch an old month's worth of one podcast. And I've got like a year to watch of another one. And then I've got the entirety of another podcast to listen to. And I saw we just gained a subscriber. I don't know who it was from. I didn't get the notification, which means they're not a public subscriber. And hello, Mama Lego. Hello. So, which of these dream sets should I build first? Should I build the village? Let's get slightly better lighting on this. Should I build the village or should I build Mrs. Castillo's turtle van? I'm not sure which I should build first. We got one vote for the village. Dave said still haven't picked up any of the dream sets yet, but we'll be getting the pirate ship and the turtle van. Yeah, I just think that the turtle van looks the pirate ship looks a little bit clunky. It looks kind of weird. I know it's supposed to look like a shark, but if you watch Jane Wix's review of it, some of the structural framework doesn't look the best, and it doesn't have as much interior detail and posability with the minifigures on the interior as what you'd expect for a ship that large. So we got 1 vote for the village. So yeah, tell me what to build. Tell me what to build. Because I think both of these sets will be fun to build. Because I know exactly what I'm going to do with both of them. I know exactly what I'm going to do with both of them. And when I'm building a set, normally it's more fun for me if I know exactly what I'm going to do with it afterwards. If it's a set where I'm like, meh, I'll put this on the back burner, then I won't have as much fun building it. But I know exactly what I'm going to do with both of these sets when they're done. So tell me what to build. Should I build the village or should I build the turtle van? And I created a new reminder to subscribe video to go along with the Tan Man. And this is it.
The pretty lady is telling you to subscribe to mayohosko.
Yeah, baby.
So I finally got myself an Austin Powers reference on my streams. Yeah, baby. I finally did it. Got myself Austin Powers. So if anyone ever wants to see that again, make sure to use the hashtag Austin Powers. And if anyone ever wants to see if anyone ever wants to see the one with Stephen A. Smith saying weed, make sure to use the hashtag PPP. And if anyone ever wants to see the Paradisa one, make sure to use the hashtag Paradisa so that this can play.
Paradisa, Paradisa, sun is shining all day.
And Dave is multitasking. Good. So tell me what to build. Should I build the village or should I build the turtle van? We got 1 vote for the village so far. And something rather stressful I've been doing is I'll try to get out one of my drawers to show you a little bit what I'm talking about. Yeah. So now we got 1 vote for the van. So that's 1-1. So these are the drawers that I use for that are in my orange storage drawer units. These are the small ones. Let's find an empty big one if we can. Yeah. And these are the big ones. Now we've got 2 votes for van, 1 vote for the village. So this is the small drawer. Actually, I should rotate it this way. This is the small drawer, and this is the big drawer. They've got the handles up the front, and you can put a label on those handles. They're trans clear, not some opaque color. And what's kind of annoying is they got these two tabs. This one doesn't affect the push-pull motion, but they have this annoying little tab here. They have this annoying tiny tab, which is very easy to come along with a Stanley knife and cut off. Just got to be very careful. Got to be very careful. Got to have your fingers away from where you're pushing these, and it's better to do it with it in your lap, so that instead of hurling it at your chest, you're hurling it at your upper thigh instead. And I've been doing that a lot this week. I've been doing this process a lot, trying to remove as many of the egregiously annoying tabs from the bottom. Because you can see it's inside that little indentation right there, if we get the light shining on it correctly. And it's really obvious, and I don't know why. I'm guessing... Well, I've talked with a lot of people who also store their Lego in vertical storage drawer units. And they say it's because the manufacturers say it's easier to keep the drawers in the drawer and it won't fall out as easily. But as many people have pointed out, that's actually a bad design, because accidentally pulling the drawer out causes less force than you having to force the drawer open because it's stuck in there. So it's a very counterproductive move. And if I had the energy to rant about it, I would. I've got the energy to rant about something else, and I'll be doing that in 37 minutes. Something else better for a Lego stream, because it relates to these Switch tracks that I bought. So I think I am going to build the van first. I'm going to build the van first. Now this has the push tabs. So I'm going to push these because I know a way where you won't damage the boxes. Just got to use a little bit of care, because if you come underneath, you still got to weaken the tabs that hold it together. And people still try to cut these things anyway when they actually don't need to do it. Because so many people complain that it's hard to open the boxes with the push tabs, when it's actually not. And it is more considerate to those who don't have a Stanley knife or other box cutters. So I end up debunking that a lot. So there's the box. This is where you open the box. And the only damage that happens to the box is when you cut it open. And I think people bloviate about that a lot when they go to sell new in box or used in box stuff on eBay and Whittle. I think they complain about that way too much. it's kind of funny that they complain about it because it's not that bad, but people make it out to be like, oh, it's such a bad thing that Lego would put the push pull tabs. I just don't understand why so many people are against it. And you notice that it's not on the big sets; it's on the small sets that are outrightly intended for children. Because not every Lego set is intended for just children. Adults can find interest in the Dreams set, but there is no question that 99% of people who will be buying the Dream set are children. There was not a 99%. Well, there's probably 99% in the other direction that'll be buying the modular sets. Because Lego knows that a 1-year-old, that's why Lego knows that a 5-year-old is not going to be buying a Lego modular. So therefore they don't put the push-pull tabs. They don't put the push tabs because they know that an adult is more likely to have a pair of box cutters on them. So I find it funny how people complain about that. It's amusing to me. These are the instructions. And something else I've noticed over the years is that the front covers of the instructions are a lot more thicker than they used to be. I think Lego realized that if the front cover of the instructions is really thin, it's more likely to damage the instructions. So they stopped chipping out, or they stopped chipping out on that quality of the instructions. Make them more durable. These are the instructions. Sorry, these are these. Oh, I need to message somebody. Let me go do something really quickly. Yeah, I'll keep that to the side. So it looks like there's 5 bags in this set. And again, I'd like to remind everybody that we need 64 contestants for my new competition game show around the Lego. As we announced in the last episode of Real Howard. We need 64 contestants to fill out the brackets. And Mrs. Castillo's, well, the Mrs. Castillo minifigure is quite interesting because it uses the same arm pieces from the Minions, which were originally used with some of the brick-built characters from Nexo Knight, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, someone can correct me in the comments. But you see, they're not the standard arms, they have the Technic connection instead of the torso connection. which is, I believe it's my first time getting my hand on that piece, and I can't find the head. Where's the head? Where is the head? There it is, it rolled away. And I thought you could actually put stuff inside of the backpack, but it's just a built backpack, that kind of stuff. There used to be an actual backpack accessory where you could put small pieces inside. If anyone remembers the Adventurers or Crazy IT Me from the late 90s, early 2000s, you probably know the piece I'm talking about. I wish this was a brick built. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a name I never thought I'd see in one of my streams. Ladies and gentlemen, there is Jastifer. There is Jastifer. Hello, Jastifer. Wow. For those who don't know, Jastifer is probably the LEGO channel that has the most famous LEGO tutorials, like, ever. And I'm a regular commenter over on Jastifer's videos, especially because he's reviewed a lot of the dream sets, which we're building right now. Building the Turtle Van. The Turtle Van dream set. And then the village. So I need to wow. I need to do something about this. Wow, that kind of caught me off. That kind of caught me off guard. I have mixed feelings about the dream sets because some of the details are reasonable, but others just feel kind of like it's trying to be over the top and just a little bit too desperate. Because I watch reviews about the dream sets by people like Jane, Just Too Good, and Christopher, and I forget there was someone else where I've watched some of their dream set reviews, and you look at the sets, and you hear them all starting to say the same opinion, and you analyze everyone's opinion, and you're like, there's definitely a lot of risk taking in the dream sets, and not all of them work out. I do believe that the dream sets definitely have their good qualities, but a lot of the design choices they've done could have been a lot better, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of them could have been better. But there are some dream sets that I know that I can immediately fit into certain places in my LEGO city, which is why I bought them, because I know I can do an immediate conversion to make the Turtle Van street legal. Because if anyone watches my LEGO City update, you know that most of my vehicles are 4 studs wide because I'm a vintage fan. Well, I'm a fan of old Lego. #AFOOL. And therefore, I like to keep to the old style scale of a lot of the stuff that I build. And I think it'd be, and since the Turtle Van is an 8 stud wide vehicle, if I reduce all the details by half and get rid of most of the interior details, and I'll have a van that can compete with some of the other combi vans I have in Mayo City. And you're right when you review the Dream sets that it's a little bit all over the place. Some of them are below average, but they have really good pieces. And as a mock builder, anything that has good pieces is at least salvageable, and I think the Dreams theme is salvageable because Jaystifer is a mock builder, I'm a mock builder, Jane is a mock builder, Just Too Good isn't a mock builder, Wigzar isn't all that much of a mock builder. So, and there are a bunch of other set builders out there who probably aren't going to be as crazy about them either. Yeah, so I really do wish that the Mrs. Castillo's backpack was the old mold, but I'm gonna guess they haven't made that mold in almost 20 years. I just really miss the old backpack mold. Yeah. So, as a set builder, Dave, what are your thoughts? And also, do you know who Jaystifer is? Do you know who Jaystifer is? There should be a transfer piece of the staff. It should be an hourglass. Where's this hourglass? Oh, it's hiding underneath here. So it's a dual molded piece. It's trans clear with the full gold underneath. Wow. If you don't know who Jaystifer is, then you're probably pretty new to the LEGO community then. Because Jaystifer has been, well, he is not just a veteran, he is an elder statesman of the LEGO community. That's what you get when you're around for more than 10 years. He's been around for 15 years. That's just so mad respect to Jaystifer. I wish people like VDOS, JCOI still existed, or Witch Queens were still active. I can't believe that Clockriker is still trucking along. I really can't believe that he's still doing stuff. And I watch his videos every day. And I watch Jaystifer's videos every third day. So apparently Mrs. Castillo is left-handed. That's how she holds his stuff. Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know how to build mocks, and you're in real desperation of trying to learn about how to build stuff, probably might want to go subscribe to Jaystifer. probably might want to do that. And also, since you are here so unexpectedly, just making me speechless, take my breath away. Christopher, remember how you did those live streams when you took apart a set after you reviewed it, and you used the pieces to try and make mocks out of it? Like, remember that stream where you took a Lego Friends set or a Disney Princess set? I can't quite remember, and you made that small Rocky Mountain terrain. It would have been like 5 years ago, but that always stuck out in my mind because I was like, how are you turning what looks like a Disney castle into a really cool Rocky Mountain? Like, it was only a small footprint, but I was like, wow. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, as a fanboy, I miss those types of streams. And also, Alex Nunes, who is in LAN, because you're also in LAN. His son, years ago, he followed your tutorial of how to build that RV trailer, and he stole his parents' money to buy the parts on Bricklink to build that. He stole his parents' money to buy the pieces on Bricklink to follow your tutorial. And that is the first time I heard your name. And then Brigzar kept talking about this face of the person and how he makes really good tutorials. And hello, Johnny G. I know a lot of people are going to like the shark boat. The shark. Yeah, it's a pretty wild story, am I right? Stealing parents' money to buy pieces on Bricklink just to build a tutorial from your video. Whenever I think about Jason, it's not how awesome his red roof houses are. It's about how wild and crazy some people's stories are about what they did to acquire pieces. Yes, it is tan green. It's my favorite color. I know some people don't like it. But when we finish this turtle van, we'll be building this that doesn't have any green in it at all. Exactly. I build a lot of stuff in Minecraft, and I always like the sound of the tiptoe walking on the copper or on the weathered copper. It makes the noise when you walk across it. Yeah, the shark ship set, isn't that 160 Australian dollars? 110 or something US dollars? And guess who reviewed it? Jastifer. Johnny G, do you know who Jastifer is? I'm just gonna have to ask that one. And Mr. Blue, if you're still out there, Mama Lego, if you're still out there, do you know who Jastifer is? I just put out an Instagram story letting all of my followers know that Jastifer showed up in my chat. I think I'm gonna remember this stream. Because I see people with the verification mark show up in other people's screen. But I don't think I've ever had someone with the verification mark show up in my stream before, which is a first. I'm in a lot of live stream chats in a lot of LEGO live stream chats where people with the verification mark show up all the time. But it's never happened to me. And I have no idea why, but the YouTube algorithm isn't as kind to Jaystopher anymore. I have no idea why. Maybe because tutorials aren't fashionable anymore. There could be a variety of reasons. Well, I'm glad you did, because I'm gonna have to clip. I'm gonna have to clip the moment where I saw your name. I really am. So curse you, because you forced me to need to go back into the editing room. I almost never go back into the editing room. Now I'm going to have to go back into the editing room. Good morning, Contra. Building green sets right now. First, we're building the Mrs. Castillo's turtle van. And then we will be building the Dream Village. What is it called? Yeah, it is called Dream Village. And Contra, do you know who Jaystopher is? Do you know who Jaystopher is? Because if anyone doesn't know, Jaystopher probably Jaystopher's probably the most famous LEGO tutorial list. I guess that's the best way. Because if someone plays the piano, they're a pianist. If someone practices science, they're a scientist. If anyone is a pro at filming tutorials, I guess you could call them a tutorialist. We need to come up with a word, because I one word. Yes, yeah, exactly. I forget which that you were reviewing, because it wasn't one of the dreams ones. I think it might have been one of the hidden side ones. But whatever, LEGO has an obsession with flying prison cells, trying to incorporate them into birds and mythical creatures that fly. Like, I don't understand LEGO's fixations with a lot of things. Like, I don't understand why they just have to keep making mechs over and over and over and over and over again. I really do not like LEGO mechs, and I really do not like their obsession with oversized motorbikes either. Just like, why? Why? LEGO could be doing so much other interesting stuff, yet they choose to sink their set budgets into the same ridiculous crap over and over again. It's just like how people like myself joke about the Luke's land speeder, and people have traditionally joked about the police and fire sets in the city thing. Now people are starting to joke about LEGO really likes the ice cream parlor, much like how people used to joke about how LEGO really likes their pizzerias. And it's just like, come on, surely there's something more interesting for you to make, LEGO. Put your set budget into other concepts, just please, pretty please, with sprinkles on top. There's got to be something better. them the same mechs and motorbikes and all this other corporate schlock over and over and over again. It really annoys it really annoys me because it's like they could be doing so much other more interesting stuff. And I do attribute it to laziness, because in the past LEGO has done better stuff. Granted, making mechs is not a new thing, because they've been making mechs since the early 2000s. They really started getting going with mechs. Not in what you'd expect with any of the vintage space things, because they didn't really make a whole lot of mechs in the classic space thing, but come the vintage space thing, yeah, there were some mechs sprinkled around, like Robo Guardian. I guess you could kind of consider Robo Guardian a mech, and there were a bunch of other medium-sized space sets in the 90s that looked somewhat like a mech, but they didn't really start going full-blown with the mechs. Not in Bionicle, because they're not really mechs, they're organic creatures, part of the CCBS, the Creature Character Building System, or what used to be called CCBS, the Creature Construction Building System, which I like Creature Character Building System a lot better. That acronym, meaning character instead of construction. Yeah, because everyone knows that you're constructing a creature. It's a Bionicle set, god damn it. It was actually Exoforce where they started going full-blown with the mechs. And back in the Exoforce days, see, here's a LEGO history lesson with mayohosko. So, hey, gather round, children, welcome to class. So, back in, I think it was 2004, they came out with the Exoforce thing. And that's where these pieces were. Let me get them out. That's when these modified one long bars with the clip was invented. That's why people call them the Exoforce arms. And I also call them the Exoforce arms because of that. Because they first appeared in the Exoforce set. And those Exoforce mechs were really posable, but they were really fragile. And LEGO changed their approach almost 10 years ago and said, hey, why don't we get rid of the knee joints so that they can actually stand up? And now people complain, oh, they have no knee joints! The LEGO's never been able to properly execute the mechs, in my opinion, because either you sacrifice knees for stability, or you sacrifice elbows and knees for stability, or you have the stability but you have no knees, or you have stability but you have no knees or elbows. So LEGO's never been able to get that right, and I'll do a proper rant video going real full-blown with my over-exaggerated emotions. In the new year. I have a lot of plans for 2024. And I need to do more rants. Because I enjoy making rants. I really do. And my last rant video was a pretty good one, because it was about Ninjago. So you know what comes along when you ever say something bad about Ninjago. And I deliberately made that video because I knew I would piss off some of the Ninjago fans. Yeah. That was a good memory. Where is he? Oh, okay. Yeah. And hello, Altoy World. And since you're a Lego historian like me, I'm guessing you know who the fuck Jason is. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to go back into the editing room and I'm gonna have to clip out my reaction to where I first saw Jason in my comments, like half an hour ago or however long it was. And before anyone gets on me, I say like when it's appropriate. A lot of people of my generation use like as an alternative to and I find that the most annoying thing about my generation. Everyone says, yeah, like, so, yeah, like, this happened, and like, that happened, and like, I want to do this, and like. It gets so annoying! And I built this on the reverse. Did I build this on the reverse? Yeah, I built this on the reverse. Fortunately, I have a brick separator. Okay. Exactly, of course! Our toy world knows who the fuck Jason is. Which is why our toy world has 6 times as many subscribers as I do, and I have 10 times as many subscribers as what most people watching this stream or have watched this stream. So if anyone out there wants to join the conversation with me right now, there is the invitation link in the pinned comment, and there is the poll because I want to see what people think about it. Do you like it or not? Yes, exactly, because both Jason and Al Toy will actually make good videos. I can't say that about everyone. We're almost done with bag 1 here. And now that I'm not working, now that I'm not working, what I want to do is after Monday Night Football, because the NFL is back, and I'm super excited about that. After Monday Night Football, I need to go back and binge watch all of our Toy World's videos from the past 2 months. Because he's done some stuff with Castle stuff and Pirates. And now that I have kind of been thinking out a way to incorporate elements from the old Lego Pirates theme, not the exact pieces, but the feel of old Lego Pirate sets, particularly the Eldorado Fortress, the Skull Island, and the Volcano Island. Eldorado Fortress was 1989, I think the Volcano Island was 1993, and the Skull Island was 1995. I might have to use Studio to digitally construct an 8x8 vignette that I can put on my beach about trying to make something that looks like it uses the aesthetics from all 3 of those sets. That's a mock project that is on my low end of priority. It's not high up there. So since since my country is part of the Commonwealth, we will be orienting the driver's seat to be on the right side of the vehicle, not the left side. And my stomach is starting to grumble, that's not a good thing. I do this with all the Lego sets that have steering wheels oriented to one side, because I want it to look like something that would be driven in my city. And my city, everyone drives in the center because they're freaking four wide vehicles anyway, and it doesn't matter because I'll be shrinking this thing from 8 wide to 4 wide. But yeah, I just can't help myself not doing that, if that makes any sense. It wouldn't feel right for me to build a vehicle and the driver's seat be on the left side and not the right side. There are... Oh, okay, yeah, these 1x1 squares are supposed to go at each of the corners. So it'll be interesting to see how I can scale it down. I do still want to use these really cool sand green fenders. And the spare 2x2 round plate. That doesn't seem like it should be extra. That doesn't seem right to me. Oh, that's supposed to go on the backpack treatment. Let's put that on the back of Mrs. Theo. And that is how you pronounce it. I heard a lot of people pronounce it as Mrs. Castillo, but she is of Spanish descent, so it's Mrs. Castillo. Just like how technically the correct pronunciation of the Barcelona Football Club in La Liga is Barcelona. And I always find it funny when people accidentally pronounce Aston Villa in the English Premier League as Aston Villa. That always makes me laugh because it's incorrect. Just like when people say Legos instead of Lego, or when people don't capitalize the LAN in LAN, or when people don't capitalize the LEGO in Lego, or when people only capitalize the L in Lego and don't capitalize the other letters. Technically, that's grammatically incorrect. Let's open bag 2. Yeah. And so, just a reminder that we will be starting our new competition game show around the Lego in 2024. We need 64 contestants. So if you would like to become a contestant for around the Lego for your chance to win $100 when I get to 1,000 subscribers, go email me or DM me on one of my social medias and saying, hey, I'd like to join, or I'd like to be a contestant. And we can enter you into the bracket. We need 64 people to fill out the bracket. And we will not start the game show until we get to 64 people. Because if anyone remembers the Port City Bricks trivia, they did a bracket similar. And I always liked the Port City Bricks trivia. And I've been heavily inspired by that and heavily inspired by other game shows. And I thought to myself one day, wouldn't it be fun to host my own Lego game show competition? And that's what I want to try and do. So if anyone wants to join around the Lego and get that hashtag trending, then definitely message me somehow, and we can get you into the bracket. So in this build, Mateo has the staff that looks like the pencil. That's a number 2 pencil. And Z-Blob. I like that Z-Blob has an actual minifigure headpiece. And just because it uses this trans ring, it reminds me of the old Martians from the Mars mission set. I have one of those Martians from the Mars mission set. And unfortunately, I'm not able to do something right now. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to talk about something some other time. Because I was going to talk about something, but we don't have time on the schedule now because we're actively building. So anyway, let's start. And something I've begun to notice while I've been sorting my Lego is that I have way too many of these modified 2x6 plates with this notch. I have way too many of those. I really don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't like the turtle parts either, but I admire the creativity of the turtle legs. I'm definitely not going to be keeping the turtle legs when I'm done with it, because it's going to be a vehicle that's street legal, and I don't think turtle legs would be street legal in Mayo City. I don't think the mayor of Mayo City would appreciate that. I don't think the mayor would appreciate that. There's going to be another Mayo City election in just before Halloween. So who knows? Maybe if someone wants to run for mayor of Mayo City, maybe you do want to create a law that makes it legal for vehicles to have ridiculous looking turtle legs on them. Hello, the brick is live. What's interesting? I went all out last 2 weeks and got 7 sets, cashing up on getting set I needed, as there's no new sets I want. Just only the Jazz Club and the Ninjago Market and the new temple. The next I need the Jazz Club. Yeah, I got the Jazz Club at the start of the year, 6 months earlier than what I normally would, because I'd normally buy the modulars end of financial year sales, but I bought it on day one only because they had the Black Swan Cruiser gift purchase. Yeah, so hello the British guy. And yeah. And so wouldn't it be crazy if Christopher made an Instagram story right now telling his followers that he's watching me, a lonely little dinky YouTube channel that only has 588 subscribers? Wouldn't that be so funny? And you know what? When I went to the Lego store last weekend to get my Pab cup, I had just binge watched. Well, I binge watched a lot of the basic reviews that I had not watched about. Well, I think every day last week, and that's a name I have not seen in a very long time. Hello, Mirror. What's up? I hope you have been doing okay. I can't remember the last time I saw you, but thanks for coming up. It's been a very long time, and we've got a lot of new stuff since last time, including some new cutaways.
The pretty lady is telling you to subscribe to mayohosko.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so right now we are building the Dreams Mrs. Castillo's turtle van. And when we're done with this build, we will be building the Dreams Village. And if anyone out there wants to come onto the panel, since I trust my subscribers, there is the invitation in the pinned comment. We do that. We make these streams subscriber only mode now to avoid all of the trolls. I don't like it how on mobile I can't set it to be a day. I can only set it to be a max of 20 minutes. So I've got to remember to do all of that strategy planning on my phone, on my computer, instead of doing it on my phone, so that I can change the maximum with the minimum amount of time to be subscribed in order to watch these streams be a day rather than 20 minutes. And hello, PB&J. Hello, PBJ. No, sorry, not PB&J, PBJ. I do not care about Star Wars whatsoever. I'm not a fan of Star Wars, so I know little to nothing except what other people talk about. My extent of knowledge about Star Wars is people talking about Lego Star Wars sets, so I have no opinion about Ahsoka whatsoever. Yeah, I have no opinion because I have no interest in ever watching. All I will say is I remember in the late 2000s when the Clone Wars was coming out, and Lego made that one Star Wars set with Ahsoka, and it was an okay minifigure. I saw it in the catalog because I had I had multiple catalogs. I had the 2009, the 2007, 2006, 2010, 2011. I had all of them up until I think 2016, and then I was like, yeah, I don't care about getting the catalogs anymore that you get inside of the department stores. I used to get them from Toys R Us and Toy World all the time. Can still get them at Toy World, which is an Australian toy retailer who is just as expensive as what Toys R Us used to be before they reincarnated themselves as an online-only business in Australia, which means they actually have competitive prices now. Wow, go figure. and I saw the Ahsoka minifigure in the list of all of the minifigures that you'd get in the Star Wars sets from those waves. I'm pretty sure they still do that in the catalogs. And I forget which set had Ahsoka back in 2008, but that was when I bought the Anakin's Starfighter. That was my first Lego Star Wars set. Then I got the Stormtrooper Battle Pack for either Christmas or my birthday. I think it was my birthday. And someone else gave me a Lego Racers set. For whatever reason, I was really into the custom minifigures back in 2013, because I saw a bunch of vintage torsos that I was like, hey, I want to try and paint my torsos to look like that. So since I don't care about Star Wars, I painted over my Stormtrooper torsos. And I have no regrets, even though I'm not using those minifigures like right now, even though I did a bad paint job and I need to come back and redo the paint job to make it into something that'll actually look good. There was no reason for me to have stormtroopers in my city. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm just not a Star Wars fan. But I do have a lot of respect for the franchise, for what it's meant to Hollywood studios, and all that jazz. I don't have respect for the petty arguments that Star Wars fans have, because no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. That's the long-running gag ever since Star Wars became commercialized. Because back when the original Kenner toys came out in the late 70s, early 80s, it wasn't all that commercialized. However, when the original trilogy stopped, and when they started coming out with all the TV shows and all the extended universe stuff for Star Wars, that's when the toys really ramped up and it became really commercialized. Because one of my buddies, who's come onto my live streams a few times, Stud Sidious always talks about this Ewok TV show from Star Wars back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I'm like, really? They would make a show just about the Ewoks? It was back then what Disney Plus is trying to do now. Just make up any show possible about Star Wars, just because it's Star Wars and there's fools out there who will consume any freaking Star Wars thing possible. So just keep making it. Doesn't matter how bad it is. Just treat the Star Wars fans like they're idiots and let the idiots watch our crappy TV shows. That's what they were trying to do back then, but they actually put more care into their craft, because they were not the Walt Disney Corporation. And you can't see my face, but I'm smirking right now. I'm smirking, and we've got 8 people watching. Can we get to double digits? Can we get to double digit people without even having anyone in my inner circle? Because actually, no. Contra is in my inner circle, because and if Al Toy World's still here, he's in my inner circle. But if anyone out there is just lurking, please feel free to type !lurk, and it'll come up with a little pop-up message. Because I know that there are some people who put my streams on in the background while they do other stuff with their day, and we really appreciate the lurkers. But can we get to double digits? I'm gonna keep on building, and as long as people talk about random shit in the comments that I can respond to, I am all in favor of that. So thank you for the question, Dave, because it gave me an excuse to talk about Star Wars. Yeah, you're not the only one, Emerit, but we're glad to see you, and I hope that you're doing okay, particularly because of that earthquake. No, sorry, because of that hurricane that came through California. Hope that didn't do too much damage to your property. Yes, it would be great. It would be great to see you on Discord. Be great to DM you over on Discord. I guess one of the actors for Ahsoka passed away. In the whole wide world, someone dies every 3 seconds. The more you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. The British Life says, I like Star Wars when it was mysterious, but now it's just regular TV. Yeah, it's mainstream now, and I grew up when Star Wars was mainstream, and I just never really cared for it. And and what's Conjure saying? It's usually the same for many Star Wars fans when it comes to Ninjago, not too much unless into the two. Because for those who haven't noticed, I own the official translation dictionary between English and Country Bricks build craze. So what I do is whenever I read one of Country's comments, I get out the translation dictionary and I flip the pages to say, okay, so this word means that, and this word means that, and eventually you do that so many times that you are able to translate Contra Bricks Build Craze back into English. And since we talk so much, I have been able to do that better than some others. And the Book is Life saying the Ewok movies were called The Caravan of Courage. Wow, The Caravan of Courage. That definitely sounds like a hippie version of the Ewoks. Yeah, I know about the Battle of Endor. Because that was probably one of the better ones from back in the day. The Battle of Endor. Because I still hear people fanboying about the Battle of Endor. And what's Millet saying about the hurricane? Hurricane didn't even pass my way. Oh, nice. It was only 10% rain for one day. I know Las Vegas and Nevada got tons of rain. Really? So maybe Nevada and Arizona got some of the aftermath of the hurricane. I wish it rained more because in the month of September it's still too hot. Yes, because for those who don't know, California has been going through a drought for a really long time because the Colorado River keeps on drying up, and people in both Utah, Colorado, and Nevada keep using more than their fair share of the Colorado River. So when it gets to the Hoover Dam, there's not enough to trickle down the Colorado River through all of the irrigation pipelines in California. And that's where droughts happen, because people use too much water upstream. Yeah. We're doing fine, your mama. So I'm just going to say, whenever mum comes up in the comments, I've always got to make a your mama joke. And also, I'm always going to say, your mama is so fat, she has her own gravitational pull. That was a different hurricane. Florida and the bayou of the south gets all their hurricanes through the Gulf of Mexico. But California doesn't get as much hurricanes because not as much weather storms happen from the Pacific. More of it comes from the Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic. There's not even any wheels on this yet. Give me the wheels. Wait, you have a girlfriend and she lives in California? Please elaborate, Contra. Please elaborate. I would love to hear more about that story. That sounds like a good story. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And so also, when I'm done with this set, we're gonna go to Instagram and we're gonna search the official hashtag Real Whole Egg and see if anyone's made some posts with the hashtag Real Whole Egg. There's not enough of a demand on Twitter X to do that, but there is a slight demand on Instagram to do that. So, as I will remind everyone every single week, if you want to post at the Real Whole Egg stream, and you want your Instagram post to be featured on the next episode, make sure to do an Instagram post with something related to Real Whole Egg and use the hashtag Real Whole Egg in your post, and we will feature it on the next episode of Real Whole Egg. That is Real Whole Egg. Hashtag Real Whole Egg. And we're actually going to do that after we finish building the turtle van. Yeah, Dreams definitely does have some good colors, and they did take a lot of risks when designing it. But as I said, not all of the risks paid off, in my opinion. And some elements of the set do feel a little bit lazy. And if anyone's seen Jastopher's reviews of a lot of the Dream sets, you might be able to find my comments in his comment box on those reviews. And I do know there are a lot of people out there in the LEGO community who don't have Instagram accounts. And what I will say is, if anyone wants more notoriety in the LEGO community, you should definitely get on Instagram. And if you want pictures of your LEGO featured on episodes of Real Whole Egg, then you should get onto Instagram, take a photo of your LEGO, post it to your Instagram using the hashtag Real Whole Egg, and I'll show on the next show. And you can come and follow me, and I'd like to get to 300 followers by the end of the year. Now we've got to use the first of the stickers on here, and Jastopher does not like stickers. I am meh about stickers. There are some stickers where I will absolutely use, and there are some stickers where I'm like, yeah, I don't need to put this on. Wow, that was weird. Yeah, because my sister is just about to leave for work. I don't envy the people who work on weekends. I would never want to work on the weekend, even if you do get more money per hour for working on the weekends. Yeah, I know a lot of people who are sticker haters. And hello, eggplant head. Everyone make sure to comment the eggplant emoji. Right now, we are building the Mrs. Castillo's turtle van. And then we will be building the Dream Village from Lego Dreams. And if anyone wants to come join the panel and talk with me on camera, there is the invitation link in the pinned comment. And what does everyone think about Lego Dreams? On episode 12 of Real Hoeg, 90% of the viewers said that they do not like, that they prefer the bags over the boxes for the collectible minifigures. And we do have someone backstage. It is it's Merritt. Hey Merritt.
Good evening.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
So how's your life been since you've been away?
Very difficult.
Is there a lot of private matters that you don't want to get into?
Yeah, probably. But it could be better, but honestly I'm managing a lot better now.
Yeah, I didn't have the best of August, which is why I took a quasi social media vacation, and I feel a lot better in September than what I did in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes we just need to take a break.
Of course.
Oh, and I can't get this head off for the life of me. Well, I'm not going to be able to apply that backpack. So how are things going with the Lego collection? Last time I saw you were doing a whole bunch of sorting.
I did take a little break, and I am getting back into it a little bit. I had to, a lot of things. When was the last time we talked? It has been a very long time.
It would have been like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I had to take a bit of a break because I was kind of money tight, so I had to just figure things out a bit.
Over the summer?
Yeah, over the summer.
Yeah, I'm glad that my winter is over. I'm so glad, but it's still so cold some days early on in the first week of spring.
I mean, I'm kind of a hypocrite. I mean, I literally spent money on other things besides Lego, but yeah, I had to take a break from Lego, but now I kind of wanted to get back into it because, other things are not really pleasing me as much as they used to, but I want to build more stuff now.
Oh, also, eggplant head, I've been meaning to ask you, since this is the first time you've been in my chat since you got back from Brick Universe Nashville, how was Brick Universe Nashville? I hope you enjoyed talking with all those other people from the South that went to Nashville. Because I definitely saw a lot of people streaming from Brick Universe Nashville. Let's open bag 3. I'm going to mute myself.
It's all good.
Because people don't need to hear me opening the big bags. The small bags aren't as bad.
I bet people who like Lego would love to hear the bag openings. Like the sound.
I always mute myself just in case someone
if it gets annoying.
The panel ends up saying something.
It's okay.
What I really like about this set is they brought back the square full wide windows. These used to be so rare. They used to be so rare. But then Lego brought them back for whatever reason, and I could not be more grateful. And if they put them in sets like this, I know that they're in other sets, and I want them to keep on putting these pieces in as many sets as possible. And for a brief while, we did hit 9 viewers, so I don't know why we just dropped 3 like that. That's weird.
I blame myself.
Oh, I thought you did go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because you said you were going. You said you were going to go, so you must have pulled out last minute. I have one of the original Windows when they used the old style transclear, which got really foggy quickly. Oh, I actually don't like the sound of people emptying bags. It kind of annoys me, if I'm going to be honest.
I understand. Right now, I'm going through some sets I bought off a friend that are like really dusty, but some of them are semi-built. I just have to figure out how I'm going to complete them. They are Star Wars sets, but I just want to see if I can complete them somehow, because they're also very extremely dirty too. And I just broke a piece off. One of them is the Jabba the Hutt palace. That was like, I remember there was some controversy on one of them, this old one that had the Jabba the Hutt in it, and I think I remember that Lego almost got sued by someone because of this set, and I guess a complete box copy of this is like $400 or something.
Oh, was it one of the Jabba's palaces?
The one that has the tall building and the big one. Not the newer one, not the older one either. Like the middle one.
Yes, the 2013 Jabba's Palace.
I don't have the figures though, so that kind of ruins the thing.
Because back in 2013, not only did they make the Jabba's Palace, but they also made the Rancor pit, so you could put the Jabba's Palace above.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because if you had just the Rancor pit, or if you had just Jabba's Palace, it would be incomplete.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
You gotta buy the Jabba's Palace to put on top of the Rancor pit. It was one of those
sets that didn't have the Rancor pit.
Yeah, it was one of those rare occasions where they didn't combine the set; they split the set. Now they would combine all of that together just to get you to spend more money. Like, is there any reason why you have to buy the new the new Harry Potter Gringotts Bank and get the really ugly vault underneath? They would never split those apart.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. It doesn't.
They would never split that apart because it was like, oh, more money. You're buying something you don't need, and we don't care about you. More money. A define old style. There's been a lot of generations of the windows and doors. Just like how there have been 6 generations of Lego roads, whether they're base plates or the brick built roads.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
I guess my sister has a 6-hour shift. 1 to 7 because she hasn't got it's 12 and it's 12:10. Yeah, because you've said that before. Your oldest set's from 1984. My oldest set is from 1982. It's the freighter boat. You're talking about the windows, Mayo, that are thicker window frame. I managed to find one I needed for an old set. Yeah, because the window frames used to be a lot thicker. And some of them even used to be 2 studs deep instead of the normal one stud deep.
The worst part about having a use set is that I don't have the instructions. I have to look them up online.
Yeah, I know a bunch of people who have been using the online Lego instructions you can download from lego.com.
Oh yeah.
That and people use their iPads to read it, and they complain because you have to do so much swiping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you don't want to keep on swiping, just use the paper instructions.
I really wanted the paper instructions because I just like it that way because it's just more fun.
And I know so many people that have said on their videos after they built any given set, my build experience was bad because I used the digital instructions. And they even admitted they would have enjoyed the build experience more if they had just used the paper instructions. I will never use the digital instructions because I hate swiping and scrolling. I'd rather just pick up a page and turn it, like what I'm going to do right now. I'd rather just do that.
I like reading.
I like this. The turtle's shell is a taco. That's funny.
Yeah. Taco. Yeah, a lot of this palace is really like messed up, so I really have to might either start over or find where I'm left off because some of it's intact, but it's easier when I just take the whole thing apart and redo it all, but that would just be annoying.
PBJ says there are 4 sets in 2023 with the 2x4x2 vertical windscreen. Interesting. I'll have to go to Bricklink. I'll have to go to Bricklink after this stream and see what the other 4 sets are.
There's just so much dust on
Yeah. The Mario sets are one of the poster childs for deep clearance, aren't they?
I bought a couple.
I recently met a guy down here that buys abandoned storage units at storage auctions, and he said he will call me when he finds Lego. He has called me 3 times this month, and so far, and going to see him tomorrow. Nice, go get that bulk Lego. And if you're not doing anything right now, RC, you could come on. You could come onto the panel and feel free to plug that you finally filmed your first city update. Congratulations. PBJ uses the PDF versions.
I'm using a PDF right now also.
That's because you have to, because you don't have the instructions from whatever blah 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 year.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I know that the dimensions, you could only have the digital instructions because it was integrated with the horrible game.
That's why everyone just likes the figures more.
Okay, interesting, PBJ. Part 4594. I'm going to go to Bricklink and see if I can find that. Lego part 4954. Yeah. No, sorry. 4594. Yes, the windscreen 2x4x2 vertical.
Okay, cleaned up what I could on this piece.
I'm going to share
my computer charger.
I'm going to share my screen with all of you people, with all of y'all.
Nice.
Released 1994 to 2023. $75 sets.
I think I've catched up with the instructions, so I might be able to build this now.
Yeah, so one of them is the Arctic Explorer. Oh, it was in Big Ben? Really? It was in Big Ben, and really, it was in the bookshop. Wow. Yeah, because I knew it was in some of the classic sets, and I knew it was in that weird Marvel poly bag. I didn't know it was in those other ones. Oh, really? It was in Art Cafe, and I knew it was, I think, in the Dunk. No, yeah, because that was in the Fairground Mixer. It was a part of the truck cab. Oh, and it's in one of the 4+ sets. That's weird. And Liana's room, interesting, for Lego Friends. And the Loop Coaster must have been for the ticket booth. And one of the Mickey Mouse sets. And obviously the set that we're building right now.
It's the Mickey Mouse
Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yeah, so there's actually a lot more modern sets that it's in than what I thought it was. It's... Well, I didn't know it was in so many sets. I thought it was in about half of the amount of sets it's in within the last 5 years. Yeah, I know a lot of people who just refuse to use the Lego app outright. And RC is working on the house right now. And he's lurking away. Yeah, because I know all too well about working on the house, because this week I was helping my dad paint for the first 2 days, and then he needed my help moving some furniture around. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to building.
Back to building.
Because I'm getting behind now. Yeah, I had to cancel one of my streams because I was helping my parents paint the house. We changed it from an old, ugly, late 90s apricot to a nice, clean, smooth 2023 pure white. Because my dad needed me to paint around. He needed me to use the small paintbrush to get around some of the electrical outlets. He was using the big roller brush to paint up and down the walls, and he needed me to paint around the switches. And he bought new switch covers because the old ones were so faded. And a lot of people use the hydrogen peroxide treatment to turn their white part white again, because they get really faded and they go from white to almost yellow. A lot of people call it the yellowing technique, even though it's not actually, the process isn't actually called yellowing, because other parts other than white get faded and they don't turn yellow, they turn into other faded colors. So technically, that's not the right word. And I can't find... Oh yeah, for some reason it was over there. That was weird.
I found a Batman, that's cool.
I've got way too many Batman in my collection.
There was just a lone Batman in this box of loose that I have. But he's from probably the Lego movie or Lego Batman movie. Those common ones.
And what I need to do is I need to film a 60-second promo about around the Lego so that I can put it on my social media and reach out to my fan base. So that if anyone wants to join, so that if anyone wants to be a contestant on Around the Lego, you know what you're getting yourself into. We need 64 contestants to fill out the bracket.
That'd be fun. And I'm losing my mind. I can't find a piece that I'm looking for. Oh, never mind. I found it. It was the whole piece that I needed. Yay. Just hiding.
And so if anyone has any questions about what Around the Lego is, you can either ask me right now, or you can go watch my latest upload, Who Wants to Win $100? And if anyone out there wants to accumulate currency to enter giveaways that I host, log into Streamlabs and you'll be able to check how much currency you have using the exclamation mark jars. And then you'll be able to become a high rolling gambler like what Nate Mr. Blue is. Like the use of so many white ingots in this. I don't have too many white ingots in my collection.
The best
Got
part
a lot
of
of
ancient
ingots.
brown Legos. They snap so easily, then they break. Wait, that's not the best part. That's the worst part.
Are you dealing with the brittle brown?
No, I'm just saying the obvious about them. But I had some parts in my collection that did break. So I had some. I didn't even know that some of them broke, so I had to throw them away. Unfortunately, I hate throwing some parts away. But yeah, that's what happens when they don't use the right plastic. But hey, it's okay. They're using it now.
And I'm not going to use the turtle stickers on these roof pieces.
Ooh, shoot. It's sad that I look at these instructions and I see the minifigures I do not have. I only have the set.
They probably sold the minifigures separately because they knew they could get more money for it.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's okay. I kind of like how this thing looks already. I already got the tall tower done. Now I just have to build the main thing. And maybe I'll find Jabba the Hutt somewhere. But he goes for a lot of money.
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt is an expensive figure.
Not the old one though, like the detailed one. I don't know about how much the old one goes. Like he's like not even colored in.
Yeah, because he was just molded in a plain, undetailed sand green.
Imagine if I just get him and I put him in the set, and people will be like, Nah, that doesn't work out. You gotta find the actual one that goes to that set.
The new one's much better because it's in a more accurate olive green.
And that's why it's so expensive.
So I wonder if the old sand green one is cheaper because people don't like it as much, or if it's still more expensive because it's older. I wonder what the market has dictated with that.
No clue. Maybe I'll check later.
If anyone out there knows the answer to that question, please let us know in the comments.
Let me know. Let me know. Let him know. Let me know. Let everyone know. Ooh, I dropped a piece and it broke.
So the roof is asymmetrical because it has to have the clips for the awning. And the awning has some stickers on them, which actually looks good. And I have plenty of the white flags in my collection.
Excuse me.
I have plenty of the white flags.
I just realized I was looking at the instructions weirdly. I just realized that I was looking at one level of this thing wrong. I think it's because I'm just really tired, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's the problem when I'm building old sets without the instructions, and I use a PDF and I scroll down. I accidentally scroll down too many steps.
I mean, I have no problem kind of with it, but it just feels more natural when you're using the instructions from paper, like we already said.
But I'm not going to pay $100 for some of the old instructions. They go for crazy amounts of money because people used to just throw them away before the internet existed.
Of course. That stuff is money.
And now that the internet exists and people know the value of toys, they take better care of them.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And I'm not going to put this sticker on either because it goes on a precious 2x6 white tile.
Oh, I need one of those orange things. The orange little thing that just pries off the Lego. I forgot what it's called. The tool. That one.
Oh, that's not supposed to go. Well, it doesn't go.
Done
there.
found one.
So where does it go? Because it looks like it should go there.
I hope it doesn't crack any of the Lego bricks I'm using right here with this tool I'm using.
I know. Tell me about it, RC. Tell me about it.
Alright, I think I'm good on some of them. I get scared with the brown bricks because they do tend to crack.
I have brown bricks from the brittle brown era, and not many of them break. Not many of them break.
Well, this set doesn't have many brown bricks. They have a lot of tan and dark tans. So
That's where it's supposed to go.
that should be okay.
This is where it's supposed to go.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is the original dark gray. No, this looks more. Let me see if I have any.
Well, what year was the set from?
Oh yeah, let me look up. The set came out in. Oh no, that's using the dark bluish. It's using the bluish gray. It's 2012.
Yeah. So that's 8 years after they made the switch over.
Yeah. I know the original gray is like older, and is that one brittle too?
No, the greys were never brittle.
But they just what they call they just fade a little bit. No, they don't fade. They get dirtier or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they fade more easily. The reason why they changed the greys to have more of a bluish tint is so that they would fade less.
That makes sense. But now the original grades are more harder to find, I would assume. No, not really. I don't know.
Yes, because they're out of production.
Yeah.
Now we can put the wheels in.
My brain's not working today. Okay, now I'm back on track to make this thing.
I don't know how to insert these wheels. Okay, so we gotta use the Technic pins. And they're 3 long, not too long. So it uses a little bit of a different way to connect these when I normally use Technic pins. Just gotta mute myself.
That's fine.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so the axles are with the axle holes, and rather than the pinholes, and so they use the 3 long axles that have the 2 long section with the axle and the 1 long section with the pin. So instead of the axle spinning, the actual wheel is spinning, which normally both the axle and the wheel spin. So that's a little bit unusual. I'm not sure if they've been doing that for a while now or not. I might have to ask a chip off the old block toys how they built how he built the what is it? The vacation camper. I'll have to ask how those instructions told to build it. Might have to compare the pair. So now the van can actually roll backwards and forwards. Onto 4. But PBJ says the Jubba stats are based on 6-month average and not the current price listed on Bricklink. In the US, the new style Jubba is 55 used, and the old style one is 46 used.
Wait, so he's talking about the first one, right?
Oh no, sorry. He's saying the new one used is 46 and the old one used is 27. Yeah. So even though so that's the case of the newer one is expensive because it's more detailed, rather than the older one being more expensive because it's older. So that's nice. I think the market spoke with how bad the original Jabba the Hutt is.
Yeah. I know for sure the one I have is the more rare one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they produced a new style job of the Hut for only 1 year, not 2 years.
Let me double check. I want to double check just in case. I'm curious. I forgot. The one that I typed eBay wrong. Never mind. He gave me the option anyway. Java Palace. No, I do not want to sign into eBay.
And I'm not sure if Jastopher is still out there, but I forget the name of this Dreams character. It's one of the nightmare creatures.
Let's see. I need what's it called? Completed and sold listings.
I do know that the brick is live. I just prefer not to use that.
I see some that go for triple digits. There's the recent one today, one for 150, but it's not. It includes a couple figures, but not Jabba. There was also one that sold in box for $349.95. Even that green. What's her name? Ula Twi'lek, whatever her name is. She sold for $60.
Yeah, some of those minifigures get really expensive.
Yeah, because they only do like a couple prints occasionally. Sometimes even one. Yeah, so this set had like a few like really good ones, and someone even sold it for. Also, someone even had the this one had the Rancor pit included, so it was sold for $500.
Yeah, because everyone wants the Rancor, and therefore, if you find a new in-box Rancor pit, of course it's going to sell for a ridiculous amount of money.
$365. This one is selling for. Oh my god! Too much.
The market on the Star Wars sets is crazy, and it's so bizarre that so many of the $20 and $30 Star Wars sets in the early 2010s have so many minifigures that are now worth the price of what the set was back then.
I know, right?
Or double.
And sometimes people don't even want the regular like figures. They usually go for Star Wars figures.
And that's why so many people buy the sets. Then they sell. Then they wait a few years and then they sell the minifigures because they know that ridiculous Star Wars fans are going to want to hoard, are going to want to buy these when they can't buy them anymore.
Pretty much.
Well, in Australia, we cannot sell on Whatnot, and I think a lot of stuff that gets sold on Whatnot is overpriced. So I have never bothered to buy anything on Whatnot.
Oh wow!
And most people are just selling the minifigures on Whatnot, and I'm not a minifigure collector per se. So Whatnot is something I ignore.
I understand.
If people outside the US and Canada were able to sell on Whatnot, then I would be selling a lot of stuff on Whatnot.
Gotcha. Lego, my ego. I remember they did Eggo's waffles in Lego form.
I remember seeing people post pictures about that on Flickr back in the day, and people were so confused if they did not live in North America. What the hell was an Eggo waffle, and why were they partnering with Lego? Was their responses.
I think at the time Lego was like financially struggling, so they were doing anything to get money. Like the early 2000s to like late 90s to early 2000s, I remember watching a video that time was their hardest time to make money.
Yeah, and then they came out and then they got a new CEO who steered the ship.
So I would assume that,
they partnered with the Nesquik bunny, if anyone remembers that.
I remember
a lot of
that figure's hard to find too.
Yeah, they did a lot of Coca-Cola stuff for the 2002 World
Yeah.
Cup. And it was just... But the craziest stuff was not even in that era, because Lego used to partner with Colgate.
I never even heard of that.
They used to partner with milk companies in Europe. They used to partner with a chocolate company called Chocomel, which was in Denmark. They used to partner with some of the ferry lines throughout the Baltic Sea and all of that stuff. They had some really weird partnerships. They used to partner with Kraft cheese. Like, what? They used to partner with Weetabix.
Yeah,
and they used to partner with so much weird stuff just because they wanted to become mainstream, and that helped them become mainstream. And everyone in the US knows they partnered with McDonald's and they gave out the Happy Meal toys.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I actually went to my local Bricks and Minifix. I went to my local Bricks and Minifix and saw the McDonald's toy with Ronald McDonald, but I didn't buy it though because I didn't have any cash. I was just looking. I did see them.
When I went to the garage sale at Brick World Chicago, I bought a bunch of my licensed Marvel minifigures, a couple DC minifigures, and a couple Disney minifigures for my collection. Thinking,
Nice.
You know what? I'm not here to sell. I'm not here to buy, but it would be fun to see if I can turn these crappy minifigures worth between $5 to $10 that I don't want into something that would be better.
Yeah.
And so after everyone, I traded a couple minifigures with people might know Chef T. He was selling, so I ended up trading some of my $5 and $10 figures for some of his $5 and $10 polybags and twins sets. And Just Too Good actually gave me $10 to go buy the vintage Lego Aerohawk. I still have the box in my collection somewhere. So that was really nice of Justin to do that. Yeah, I got to talk with freaking Just Too Good at Brick World Chicago.
That's cool.
Amazing, because he was just walking around talking to people, which was amazing, showing his authenticity, which authenticity is something that people enjoy on a YouTube channel, and just being a good person. I know a bunch of people who went to Brick World Chicago who are clearly not good people. And I have a source that told me a lot of secrets about a lot of bad shit that some of the people that went to Brick World Chicago have done, and I'm not going to reveal any of those secrets.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because I metaphorically signed an NDA. And I am not going to reveal that information to anyone without their permission. But I have that information. And so maybe when the original people start talking about it, I'll also talk about it. But I just have to have to be in the know and be there at the right place, the right time to fairly share the information that someone told me. Because it wouldn't. I would feel bad if I broke their trust in me. I would feel bad about that, because I don't want to lose those people. higher. There's some roof detail go on top here.
Bless you.
And speaking of Brick World Chicago, Streamlabs just reminded people that they can go and help me go back to Brick World Chicago. Exactly, because some of the things, because as what I was saying with the garage sale, is I waited until the very end when people started packing up to offer trades, and then the second to last person to finish packing up, because they had a bunch of poly bags and $10 sets they were selling, and it was clearly stuff that no one wanted to buy, but a vintage Lego person like me and a mock builder who values trends sets was interested in. And so we went out of the hall. They had to get one of their buddies who was selling some stuff, and they got their buddy to inspect some of the Marvel figures I was trading away, and they searched the price on Bricklink for a lot of that stuff, and I was able to trade away like $200 worth of Marvel, Disney, and primarily Batman minifigures for $200 worth of poly bags and cheap sets. And 2 of those poly bags were McDonald's Sports poly bag Happy Meal toys. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of they didn't. In fact, no one at the garage sale had any of the McDonald's poly bags with the printed Ronald McDonald or the Grimace or the Hamburglar or any of the other characters from the McDonald's Land, a TV series. But they did have the McDonald's NHL Sports a big head poly bags. Let me go over to one of my drawers and show it. Some people have seen me show it off on my streams before, but I'll go get one of them. I was shocked to see that they were actually McDonald's toys, because I had no idea Lego had sports.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the NHL a big fig. It was not compatible with the other NHL sets because it was just a big fig head that had a hockey stick attached, and the hockey puck. So you push down on the head, and it pushes the puck. It wasn't compatible with any of the NHL Lego Ice Rink sets.
That's cool.
I got one of those, and I got one of the soccer versions of them as well.
Oh, nice.
And I was shocked to see the McDonald's logo on these, because I had no idea Lego Sports made Happy Meal sets for McDonald's. See the McDonald's logo right there. So I was shocked when I saw that. Absolutely shocked. Because it was a pleasant surprise. And that was a case of the more you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe! Yeah, there's a lot of people who I know had a really good time at Chicago, including myself. And Dave is cutting the lawns right now. Exactly, if you listen to podcasts in the background, then that has a psychological effect that makes people work faster. It's a proven science. Same thing with homework. Same thing with homework.
Homework. Ow. I'm okay.
And I like the fact that they changed the carrot top piece. They finally updated it because it looks like an actual carrot top piece instead of just a two-dimensional stalk. Oh, I forgot the van has little windshield wipers. Windscreen wipers. Don't see that in a lot of sets.
My progress on the palace is doing pretty good.
Oh, this is supposed to go the opposite way.
I might post this on my community tab on my YouTube so people can see it.
And you might want to tweet about it as well.
Oh, I deleted my Twitter. I got bored of it.
Oh, really? You don't have Twitter anymore?
Nah, I honestly just got bored of Twitter, so I only have a YouTube channel to do my stuff. Just there was nothing going my way with Twitter, so I honestly just got bored and deleted it. Not many people were like following me there. I mean, I had no problem with it, but I just honestly felt kind of annoyed with it. With Twitter, honestly, every time I go on Twitter, you always see like hashtag the world's gonna end, and it just felt really negative. So I just deleted it.
See, that's what I find entertaining. I like it when people argue with each other on Twitter. It's so funny. I enjoy seeing all of the partisanship arguments. People arguing about politics on Twitter is the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I say anything I laugh about is the funniest thing in the world. But it's
not really my thing, so I just got bored.
Ridiculous to see so many people get emotional about fucking politics.
I'm not a politics person. Oh no, a piece cracked.
I'm very much a politics person, so I enjoy seeing everyone
The moment I pulled off a piece and it cracked.
Ouch. So I very much see everyone making the ridiculous radical arguments because I'm on the center left. I'm
yes,
not
it was a
left
brown
or
piece.
right. So I'm that guy who watches both sides of the political football, how they talk about stuff, and it's fun seeing how ridiculous the radical left and the radical right can get about it. It's entertaining. It's really entertaining. Because I'm like, man, why can't you just use more common sense?
Common sense.
That's why people like me, because I use common sense.
Common sense. What's that, sir?
One of the Facebook groups I'm in made me their king because I actually have common sense. This is a cactus creature that has I think it's a 3x3 by 2 dome in lime green that has a really cool printed cat face at the top of this cactus. And there's a build to fit her into a barrel. It's one of the 4x4 barrels. That looks more like a bucket than a barrel. So that goes. How does this connect? How does this connect up top?
I'm scared to pull any brown bricks off these pieces. I'm just trying
Okay,
to clean
that
them
goes
up.
on like that, yeah.
I'm just trying to clean them up, but I keep getting scared of pulling off the brown bricks. So I literally just broke a piece.
Yeah, that's why I'm always careful when I'm handling my brown.
That's true. I got to be more careful next time.
You know, actually, this build has taken me longer than expected because of all the fun conversations people have led me to go down.
Oh.
Yeah, not all Happy Meal toys are sold everywhere, Contra. Not all Happy Meal toys are sold everywhere.
Yummy. Old McDonald's.
My favorite Happy Meal toys of all time are the Tony Hawk Boom Boom Huck Jam, the skateboard toys from 2004. They were so much fun to play with. And there's a YouTube channel called Lucky Penny Shop who did a mega review of all of those Happy Meal toys, and he lined them up. They had tabs on the side where you could connect all of the modules together to form a really cool skate park.
Nice.
And I had so much fun playing with the grind ramp.
Oh my
and
goodness, I got so
and
confused.
And the loop ramp. Since a lot of people are talking about the Happy Meal toys, I'll try to see if I can find a picture of them.
I got so confused for a sec because I thought I was looking at black pieces, but apparently they were the brown pieces because this is like old instructions.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of instructions is it's very hard to see what the actual color is.
I can tell now the black pieces have like the white outline to differentiate from the other one. Unless I'm slightly blind and I can't see anything, that's what I am, slightly blind because I have to wear glasses.
See if I can find a picture of all these.
It's not easy when they keep adding more colors, like the darker brown.
There's a picture on eBay. Looks like someone's selling a collection on eBay. Yeah, but this is a better image. Wow, what year was this website created? Holy fuck! Oh, this is a 2011 This is a 2011 website. Where are your images? Why are your images not opening?
Because they're broken.
Fix your website, dude. Get a better better website.
The website broken.
What about this? Oh, this actually has the names of the individual toys.
Slurp.
Come on. Load up. Here we go. Let me see if I can share this image to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only person who knows who the fuck Lucky Penny Shop is.
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm sorry.
Because this is what I'm talking about. These are my favorite Happy Meal toys of all time. Even more so than the Lego poly bags.
They need to bring that back.
Tony Hawk was such a big deal in 2004 because he won so many events at the X Games and became the world champion in a lot of categories. And when he was the first skateboarder to ever do the 1080 spin.
They need to bring back poly bags and Happy Meal toys, but they won't because the parents are worried that the kids are going to choke them.
Oh, it's because of choking hazards. That's why. And also, Lego doesn't need to partner with as many people anymore because it did its job. They are
They're as big as they can
they
be.
are mainstream now, so they don't have to partner with a toothpaste company anymore. Or
They're
a
as big as
milk
they're as
company
big as they
that
can be now.
They're already mainstream.
They made like 4 Hollywood movies.
They're mainstream now.
They made like 4 Hollywood movies. That's how good they got it now. What's your opinion on some of the Lego movies that are from Hollywood?
I really like the Lego Movie 1, the Lego Movie 2, and the Lego Batman movie. I do not like the Lego Ninjago movie, and some of the old direct-to-DVD videos were meh. Clutch Powers was pretty cool, but if anyone's ever seen that, horrible Jack Stone movie that came out in 2004 and it was on VHS, that's how old it is. That was a really bad movie.
I have seen it. It's very bad. I remember I bought one for like $1. I bought the copy for like $1 and then I got rid of it because it was so bad.
Yeah, because I could imagine just walking into a Best Buy in the US.
I think that's when they started going downhill.
Yeah, no, that's after that's when they started recovering. Believe it or not.
Oh.
Because the CEO, the new CEO came in when Jack Stone was on its way out. I could imagine. I could imagine being an American walking into a Best Buy in 2005 and seeing a VHS copy of the
when did Jack Stone come out?
Jack Stone movie in the bargain bin. I could only imagine that.
When did Jack Stone come out?
Came out in 2002 and it was retired in 2004.
Oh, I'd be really surprised if it came out in 2005.
But I could imagine. I believe the VHS came out in 2004. And I don't believe it was sold for that long because it was a bad movie and it would have ended up in the bargain bin at Best Buy and Walmart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that was the height of Walmart exclusive direct-to-DVD videos. And that was the height of Walmart exclusive toys in general, the mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Walmart definitely bit off more than they could chew.
And now Walmart is poopy.
And that was because once Kmart and Sears merged, Walmart knew that they'd won.
Oh, by the way, there's only like 12 Sears left in the country. And one of them is
because Sears is a 100-year-old company.
Of course.
And they suck.
They do suck. And one of them is actually in my area. No, surprisingly. And yes, I wish it would just close finally.
There was a Lego convention that Fick and Bricks went to last year that was literally inside of an old abandoned Sears, and one of his live streams cut out because something fell from the roof in the part of the Sears he was filming in. Oh my god! It still makes me laugh because everyone was like, "What the fuck just happened? Why did this stream end?"
What are you doing in a Sears?
And who had the bright idea to put a Lego convention in a Sears store of all places, and an abandoned Sears? Like, what the hell, man?
I have no idea about that.
That was so funny.
They were either trying to make good money or they're trying to ruin money.
Oh, it was just really cheap real estate.
Of course, because it's Sears is eventually going to be a piece of the past or something. It is already, but like there's only like a couple left.
Yeah, because Kmart hit their peak in 1992 when they were America's biggest department store, and then they started slowly getting worse and worse, and then they merged with Sears, and then their business was over because they went into so much debt.
I bet Target and Walmart will eventually become one of those stores like Sears and Target, Sears and Kmart.
Well, Target hit their peak 5 years after Kmart hit their peak.
Yeah.
And Walmart hit their they became America's biggest in 1991, but then they fell a year later. But ever since the new millennium, Walmart firmly implanted themselves because they changed their business model so that they could better compete with Target and Kmart and Sears.
I wonder how that's doing.
Well, Walmart are $500 billion company, so it worked out best.
That's good, I guess.
And also, Walmart know who their customers are, which means they're not going to piss off people who don't want to see their kids be exposed to quote unquote transgender clothing. People
I heard about the
people
whole
got
Target thing.
into a big uproar about some transgender stuff that Target was selling, and so they boycotted it. I don't know the full details, but I know that some people got really upset about that, and they stopped.
And they wanted to close down Target.
Because I'm not going to get into the transgender debate because that's not what my channel is for. But I read about people arguing about that stuff on Twitter all the time, both for and against, and it's really quite toxic.
There's
but
many
all I
reasons
know is
why
that
on
people boycotted Target because of that stuff, and it's a strange world that we are living in right now, when something like that can have such a big financial impact.
There's a lot of reasons why I left Twitter, or we can call it X or whatever it's called. It just got boring.
I call it Twitter X. It's just easier for me to call
it's dirty now. Haha. I cannot find a plate I'm looking for. It's a dark tan plate. I found one that's in the first build, but now I need to find a second one, which I don't know if it's here. I'm hoping I didn't lose it.
Yeah, there is not too many Sears left, and most Sears are really dirty because the employees don't care anymore, and PB.
Funny enough, the last one is in my area.
Good night, PBJ.
Funny enough, the last one is in my area, and no one goes there. Every time I go to that mall, the parking lot at Sears is always empty. But surprisingly, Macy's is doing okay, but not JCPenney.
Because Macy's is not a department store. Oh no, sorry. Their business model is a lot different from Kmart and Sears. I'm talking about the US Kmart, because when Kmart expanded into Australia, they got bought out by an Australian company that has a totally different business model from the business model that Kmart and Sears use.
Yeah.
Because Kmart Australia, and for a while there Target Australia, once they got bought out once their American expansions into our country got bought out by Australian companies, they changed their business models to be better. So Kmart follows the Walmart business model, and Target kind of follows the Macy's business model, if I can make a fair comparison. Target Australia follows the Macy's business model, which is why they are still around in our country, because Kmart US and Sears got stagnant, and their competitors are much better.
Yeah.
There's no denying. Now I've got to build some of the turtle legs. And I know way too much about all of that stuff.
Hmm.
I think we have to build 4 of these. I'm glad they used the same build, which means I can just go bang, 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 bang
Nice.
to build this set, or to build these turtle legs. I'll be using them for the photos on Instagram, and then I'll be immediately taking them off. So where do these legs go? Okay. So what I got to do is you can take out the wheels. You can take out the wheels, and they're held together by these Technic pin axles. You slide the wheel into this 3-long hollow Technic axle. And you insert it into where the wheel well is. Not sure why that's not closing in all the way. That's strange. There we go. And then you're still able to get the detail of the wheels, but the turtle legs stick out. And the feet are separate builds, because the front feet have a different shape than the back feet. I gotta pull these out. And I wish that the axle sections on these axle pins just had a little bit less friction to make it easier to pull the wheels out. Just wish it had a little bit less friction in it. Just a little bit less friction would have gone a long way for the playability of the set, in my opinion. So now the van can stand on its legs. It just hasn't got any feet yet. So let's build the feet. And unfortunately, I don't think we'll have enough time to build the village, so I'll probably have to build the village another time. But I'm glad that I was able to put together Mrs. Castillo's turtle van, because it's a fun build. There's definitely a lot of weird techniques, which I'm glad Lego has used again, and I'm also glad that they're using the squared off windscreens. So it's supposed to go like there. There we go. Come on, stick in there. So that's that side done. Now we'll have to do the reverse build. Yes, the reverse build on the other side. And the reason that you have to do reverse builds is because they put the details of the hooves onto the feet. We've got to build 2 of these. Why didn't this piece get pushed down correctly? Those are just a tiny bit difficult to push down because of the friction in them. Oh, I gotta twist this around. There we go, that's better. I put this the wrong way again. There, let's put the other feet on. Oh, I did it the other way. Damn it. I did all 3 of these hooves upside down. Because for the hooves, they use the medium nougat 1x1 half round tiles. Oh. No, did I mess up again? Oh no, I can just put these upside down. Yeah, just put that upside down. Ah. So I had these the wrong orientation. Okay, now we've got the turtle head. That looks nice. And now to build the turtle head that uses this big printed piece right here. There should be. Oh yeah, there's a half round vertical. It's always. I always have pieces that get trapped underneath others. It's really quite annoying. And I like the use of this curved window arch top. That's an unconventional way to use that piece, in my opinion, for the underside of a turtle's head. I never expected to see that in a Lego set. And now, attach the turtle head to underneath the bumper bar, and there it is. And I don't know why, when Janglix reviewed this, he felt that the turtle head drops down too easily. I have to put down. Well, if I sneeze on this, achoo, or if I blow on this, I'm not gonna blow. Or the head isn't going to start drooping down. That's a fair amount of friction. So I'm not sure why Jane thought that was too loose of a connection. Just an observation. And then the rest of the instructions are for the alternate build. Because with all these dream sets, there are alternate builds, but I just want to build the main model. So there it is. There's the turtle van. And some of these extra pieces over here are for the alternate build. So there is the turtle van. What does everybody think?
It looks really nice.
What's everyone's thought about the turtle van? Do you like the set? Do you not like the set? Do you think it looks cool? Do you think it looks ridiculous? Kancho thinks it's cool. Yeah, the only social media the Brickers Life does is Discord. Well, Kmart does price themselves cheaper than a lot of the other department stores in Australia.
I'm probably gonna get off for now.
Yeah, we'll be ending in a couple minutes. Sorry, in a few minutes anyway. So where can we find you on social media, Merritt?
My YouTube channel.
And I forget the name of your YouTube channel.
It's Merritt Videos.
Gotcha. And Dave thinks it looks good. Oops, did I? Yeah, I just accidentally snapped off one of the windscreen wipers. It is weird with cool parts. I also saw it in person at my Lego store, which is why I posted some pictures of that over on my Instagram, and people can go follow me on Instagram at @will_mayohosko. Yeah, that's the design philosophy of Dreams. It's similar to the design philosophy of Time Cruisers back in the 90s. Country says, "Okay, build the village next time," and he's up to bag 4 of the elemental dragon. So there we go. I'm getting tired now, and I need to see something on Forge of Empires before it's too late. But quickly, I'll go to YouTube and I'll close the poll, see what the poll says. What does the poll say? Oh, well. So 69% of people like dreams. We'll end the poll right now. That is the final result. And all of these polls, I will eventually ask all of my subscribers on different community posts within the next 2 months. Some people might know that I try to ask weekly polls. Well, I do weekly polls in my community tab, so you should definitely turn on the notification bell on the mayohosko channel, and then that you might see that in your subscription feed. Just going to go back to StreamYard very quickly. And I'm going to go to my account settings because I want to see something in my StreamYard account. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I see now. So before I go, I just wanted to let everyone know that since I'm not working right now, we're going to bring back the Miracle Whip live streams every Sunday night after hauling and bowling. So not only will we be doing Friday night streams, as I always do with Real Whole Egg, but we will, for the meantime, we will be going back to the Sunday night streams as well while I'm not working. But if I do get called in on call on Monday, then I'll have to cancel that stream. But there's a very low chance of that happening. So we just wanted to let everyone know that I'll be bringing that back. And I'm getting tired now. So I'm gonna wrap up this stream. I really don't know why so many people think I'm dead, and I really do think a lot of people just don't care about my streams anymore, which that's their decision. I'm glad I've been able to build this, which is one thing off of my wanted list. And it feels nice to get sets off of my wanted, not off of my wanted list, because I already bought it, of course. So to get it off of my to build list, out of my pile of shame, out of my backlog, I prefer to use pile of shame because it's strong language. Backlog is weak language, in my opinion. It's weak language.
Excuse me, I have to mute my mic because of gas.
Well, I'm just looking at something somewhere else. Something just totally blew my mind. Wow.
Oh, here it is. I was looking for
That just kind of caught me off guard. I will have a good day. We just ticked over the 3-hour mark. Yeah, we're just about to end this stream. Good night, TBC. But actually, we're just waiting for Brick Hive to go live. And whenever Brick Hive goes live, I normally like to cap these streams at 3 hours just because I feel tired. And if anyone's out there in the chat, I put up the link to Brick Hive's stream. Because you can only stream for so long. So what I'll do is I'll go copy the link for Brick Hive's stream. And I'll go put it as a link in the chat. I'll say watch Hive after this. And come on.
I might take a look.
Yeah. So everyone put that into your browser settings. And I'll start rolling the credits as soon as I see that Brick Hive is live. So before that happens, let's go back in the comments and see who was here today. So who did we have in this stream today? We had Mr. Blue, Dave, Mama Lego, J-Staffer, Johnny G, Our Toy World, Country Bricks Build Craze, and Mellet, who was on the panel, PBJ, The Brick is Life, Mum, Eggplant Head, was there anyone else down here? It looks like those are all the consistent people. Yeah, cool. So thanks for watching today's stream. Don't forget, if you would like to be a contestant on Around the Lego... Whoa, my ears just popped. Hello? Whoa. That was weird. My ears just popped. Wow, I can't hear quite the same now. Yeah, so we'll be ending this stream just as soon as Brick Hive goes live. Because my ears have been acting up ever since I got home from Brick World Chicago. Because I was on a plane for 22 and a half hours. Plus time spent in airports on the way home. And my ears have been giving me all sorts of trouble since we got home. And it's been my most amount of ear trouble ever. Because normally when you get off a plane, it doesn't take too long for your ears to get back to normal. And so I might have to see a doctor about that. But thank you for watching this stream. Go over and watch Brick Hive stream. Everyone knows where to find me on social media because all of that stuff is in the description below. So I'm not sure when I'll build the Dreams Village, whether it will be on my own time, whether it will be on someone else's stream, or whether it'll be on my stream. But I'll get it done eventually. So thanks for watching this live stream. I'll see you in the next short. I'll see you in the next live stream, which will be after hauling and bowling on Sunday night. And I'll see you in the next video. Anyway, let's turn off the music. And let's roll the credits. Bye, guys.
Thank you for supporting mayohosko Media. Your viewership is very important to us. Tell YouTube you like us by smashing the like button. Let your thoughts be known in the comments down below. Never miss out on any more LEGO content from us by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Stay tuned for live streams every Friday night at 9 PM Eastern in North America and monthly city updates on the last Wednesday or Thursday of every month. If you like Minecraft and gaming streams, follow us on Twitch, mayo_hosko, no capital letters. Twitch streams every Saturday morning at 8 AM Eastern in North America. To be in the know, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at real_mayohosko. Have fun with us on our Discord server. Friend us on Facebook and join the fan club group. For business inquiries, email us at mayohosko@gmail.com. For historical inquiries, check out our website. For special community perks, including behind the scenes, voting rights, and early access videos, become an investor today by pledging to us on Patreon. Links in the description. Watch this video recommended to you, or check out this playlist if you missed any previous videos of the same genre. This has been mayohosko, and I am a fan of old LEGO. #AFO